Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for today's only match on the Omega Invitational front. Anthony joining you once again, and let's cut straight to the action because I am already forcing this match to go a little later than it was supposed to start. We have Vangelus with his opportune shenanigans and Legendary on orange cars. We've seen both these decks already on stream. Vangelus is definitely one of the most hype in the event. Legendary is running cars, enough of that, and I don't know what Bill just said, but you are clear to start. Alrighty. Let's get this party started. They are stretching out for some reason. I am very confused. Anyways, Vangelus is going first, and we are off to the races here. Start of the turn for, Vangelus. Exhaust is going to take a damage and get a Brutal Con attached to it. Flipping up Mega Ratchet. And then Brawn goes in after flipping up Mega Ratchet. Brawn going in. Going into Prowl. Excellent decision there. Prowl, if you watch the match of Legendary versus Ozzy, you'll know he was doing work the whole time. 3 Pierce 2, or 3 Pierce 1. Blocking 2 takes 1. And then we'll move over to Legendary's turn. Draw. Start of the turn, Exhaust will take a damage. B-Cod will get a counter. Draw for turn on Legendary's side. Flip Dead End. Draw for a card. Draw a card for Dead End's flip. Draw a card for Cliff Jumper. Rage on a Drag Strip. Has to go into Brawn. Pinging Brawn for 1 off of the Rage. And let's see if he can get the trigger. Does not get it, but going in for 5 Pierce 2. Blocking 3 takes 2. Third of the way there on Brawn. There's a Bashing Shield on Legendary side. Roll out for Bashing Shield. Start of the turn, Exhaust will take 1. Another counter on Beacon, and Vangelus will technically have drawn for turn already, but whatever, it doesn't affect anything. He's got some options, that's for sure. Alrighty. While we are waiting for him to make a decision... Oh, nope, there's a decision. There's a Rage coming down, that's always a good card. And what is the other? What is the other thing? And we are now getting jokes about why Mega Ratchet is melee in bot mode. Opportune repairs on Brawn. Never mind about him being a third of the way there. So, Brawn doing some work. Got off the fact that this deck is legally allowed to play both Opportunes on 2 different characters. And have 3 pretty good attackers. I'm sorry, he's flipping up Brawn. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have ever seen this before, no you didn't. This is the first time you are seeing Brawn flip to bot mode ever. Mega Ratchet gonna go in and has to ping Drag Strip for 1. 5 Bold 1 is the base before flips. So that is 6 Pierce 2. 6 Pierce 2 is the hit. Blocking. He has 2 defense in alt mode. Hold on a second. Blocks 4, takes 2. I thought Drag Strip only had 1 in alt mode. Hold on a second. Oh no, Drag Strip does have 2 defense in alt mode. What the heck? I thought he had 1. I don't know. Alrighty. So, we're getting a reminder of Bronze alt mode. And now, if you do not remember what Bronze alt mode is, let me pull it up here for you. When this defends against an enemy that has more stars than him and you flip battle cards, this gets +1 defense until end of battle for each different color among the icons you flipped. Flipping Dead End to alt mode just to reset that draw engine. Head-on collision grenade launcher, this is gonna hurt. And once again, the card that I infamously said was a worse leap into battle is coming back to haunt me once again. How much attack does Dead End have in alt mode? 2 attacks. So that's 5, 9, 11 into 1. That is a dead brawn for sure. That opportune repairs really didn't matter. And there's an enforcement batons on Vangelus' side of the field, and we are going to move over to his turn. So he lost his weakest attacker for sure. B-Cod is active on exhaust though, so he is fully charged. Mega Ratchet still can do some things, get some ping damage out. But now we have to see what Vangelus is going to do with exhaust here, and it's probably going to start with him flipping it up. Yep, there it is. So, 4 damage on exhaust. He's looking decent. And Vangelus is eyeing up a kill shot here. So, Drag Strip's his best bet. Fusion Bore puts that into a live on 1 situation. Fearless to heal 1 and get +2. So that puts this at a 6, 9, 11 attack. 11 into Drag Strip. Yeah, that is probably a dead Drag Strip. That's 13. Blocking 3, Drag Strip is gone. And Bounty will resolve to moving the damage onto Prowl. And now he is back onto 13 health total for this exhaust. Moving over to the legendary side of the field. Drag Strip is off the field. He still has 2 attackers. That is the key thing here. Prowl's going to be able to pop off for a ton of damage here. Likely. Flipping Dead End to draw 2 off of Cliff Jumper and himself. Exhaust has a 1-shot threshold of 17 currently. Not unheard of with cars to get to that point, but I'm not sure if Legendary has the tools in hand to do it. The fact that he drew 2 off of Cliff Jumper could help with that, but we will see what he is able to pump out here. Fusion Bore, that's a start. Angle Moi, okay, so he gets the +7 after all, but at the cost of a damage, but I don't think he's really concerned about that. Prowl going into exhaust. He needs to eclipse 17 here. He's going in for 12? Wait, 9... 16, he's 1 away! 12 alive on 1! Again! Again! How does this keep happening? Are you kidding me? Now I've got to interrupt with the line. Never mind. Cliff Jumper just goes into exhaust and KOs. Good. Judge! So basically what just happened there is, Vangelus accidentally moved exhaust off camera, which is not allowed in this event, even if he's in the KO area. And legendary status is weird right now. Then, good lord, everybody's statuses have been weird over the last couple of days. Anyway, so exhaust is off the field. Legendary looks to be in a fairly good position. There is a sturdy javelin in hand, so he's, yeah, opportune repair, sturdy javelin, lose the battle is Vangelus' hand right now. Flip Mega Ratchet, ping Prowl for 1. Doesn't repair anything since he obviously has no damage. There's the javelin. Opportune offensive onto Mega Ratchet. And then Mega Ratchet swings in, throws the javelin at Prowl. Going into Prowl, so that is a dead Prowl, I'm pretty sure. That's not how that works. Okay, so Vangelus just tried to activate Rage against an untapped character. That certainly does not work. 7 Pierce 3 into Prowl. 9 Pierce 3 into Prowl. And that is a dead Prowl. So the match is a little more even now. There are currently 13 stars worth of characters on Legendary side of the field, 10 on Vangelus, so this is somewhat close. This could still go either way, but Cars, again, are one of the most historically aggro decks in the game, in the game's history. Angle Block Cliff Jumper, Flip Cliff Jumper, he has a +2 bonus. Bashing Shield for value, I guess. There's no armors on Vangelus' side of the field, so it's just for plus defense in case something goes horribly wrong here. With a flip like that, that's not too bad. So 7, 8, 14. 14 into 4 takes 10, and then let's see if Dead End can deal the finishing blow here. Blocking 4. For 4, blocking 4. Does nothing. Now the question is, can Vangelus get Cliff Jumper off the board this turn? We know the last card in his hand is a lose the battle, so I think he needs to top deck an opportune offensive here in order to have any shot, because Cliff Jumper is got to be the guy he's got to get off right now. If he gets off Dead End, if he eliminates Dead End, I should say, that is not going to do anything to help Vangelus. Cliff Jumper is just going to go in for 8 this turn and just absolutely annihilate Mega Ratchet. Cliff Jumper has to be the kill here. One-shot threshold of 14 currently. With 1 damage on him. He has 11 health, 3 defense, one-shot threshold of 14. He can get up to 8 with opportune offensive. Reprocessing the Rage. Okay, that slows things down a little bit. Heals Mega Ratchet for 2. Almost said 3. I thought there was a toolbox there. So we know that last card is to lose the battle. We saw that earlier when he accidentally let his hand bleed a little bit. Flip up Mega Ratchet. Hold up, there's a sturdy Javelin? That wasn't to lose the battle? He must have dropped it at some point, or I just horribly misidentified that card. 8 Pierce 1. 8 block 3, take 5. And this is likely where Cliff Jumper just goes ham. Dropping a Wedge for a Bashing Shield, because why not? Draw for turn, and we had a reshuffle. And Vangelus is hoping that Legendary flips only blues, no Pierce. And if that happens, that's 7 into 2, takes 5, that would be on the nose lethal. So Vangelus would have to flip at least 1 blue in this situation to live. So Vangelus needs at least 1 blue. Legendary has to flip no oranges, flip Dead End to alt mode for some reason. Yeah, flipping Dead End to alt mode. Checking for armors in the scrap. Flipping Dead End. Precision firing bot mode. And then now we're getting jokes about there being 2 bot modes on Mega Ratchet. So Precision Fire bot mode and Cliff going in for 7, 8, 9. 9 Pierce 1. 9 into 3, take 6. And that is a dead Mega Ratchet, and Legendary has taken Game 1. Cars, ladies and gentlemen, doing car things. And while we are going through the sideboard process here, actually I'm going to listen in and see who's going first. Waiting. Vangelus is getting the call. Vangelus is going second. And while we are watching the sideboard process unfold, I am going to take this moment to talk about a few things. First and foremost, the Omega Invitational giveaways. As I mentioned in every other match I've cast or uploaded, Team Bayformers is running a series of giveaways to coincide with the Omega Invitational. We just had the Week 3 drawings, and the Week 4 drawings should be, or the Week 4 prizes, I should say, should be announced here soon, but guaranteed to say, or needless to say, there will be Allied Crossplay cards up for grabs, a full set of World Strike, full set of Monster Menagerie, full set of Phase 1. If you want a shot at any of those, in addition to whatever other goodies Team Bayformers might be giving away, you're going to need some promo codes to have shots at entry. If you enter it, just enter the form and not enter any codes, you get one entry. But if you want an additional entry, here's a code for that. Use the code ZSA2 at bit.ly/OI giveaways, and you will get yourself an additional entry into the OI giveaways, in addition to any other additional entries you may have gotten from additional codes you have found. If you have already filled out the form, no worries. You can go back and add this code in by editing that form, and this code will be good up until the grand finals, which we are closing in on that very quick. The winners finals is going to be happening some point in the next few days. I would know. I'm a part of it. Haven't set on an exact time yet, but I will set up the stream for when that happens, because that is going to be broadcast guaranteed. We're still finishing up the losers bracket, though. I believe we have, let's see, including this match, not including this match, actually. We have 4 more matches to go on the losers bracket before the losers finals, so we shall see what happens there. Again, if you want an additional shot at some extra or some Allied Crossplay cards or whatever other goodies Team Bayformer is giving away, use the code ZSA2 at bit.ly/OI giveaways, and you will get that shot. In the meantime, we've got some character swaps going on in here. Vangelus has sided out Brawn for Fireflight, and what is Vangelus doing? Those look like eye drops. I had my headset off, so I was not listening into the conversation. I don't know what that was about. Bill was just saying owl repeatedly, though, so I genuinely do not know. And it looks like Prowl has been replaced with Wind Charger. Alrighty. So Legendary is won game 1. Vangelus is going second. Start of the turn, Exhaust will get pinged for 1. Flipping Dead End, draw 2. And while Legendary is going through the motions here, sending Wind Charger into Fireflight, I do want to, actually, nope. 8 Pierce 1 is the hit. 8 into 2 takes 6 alive on 1. Are you kidding me? Alive on 1! Again! Exhaust will ping for a Brutal Conditioning counter and draw for turn, even though the draw for turn should happen first per game rules, but whatever. Flip up Mega Ratchet, action, or card for turn. Opportune repairs Fireflight. And Legendary is heavily sighing right about now out of disappointment. And can't do anything else, so Mega Ratchet is going into Wind Charger here. And the only reason I was able to call that before he tapped it is because why would he send Exhaust in here? That makes 0 sense. Going in for 6 Pierce 1. Block 2, take 4. Now, if you're wondering what the outcome of this match will affect, the winner of this match will go on to face Naga in the first round of 8 on the loser's bracket, or round of 4, excuse me, while the loser will be eliminated. So, if you're wondering what Naga is playing Fort Max. Turbo Boosters to untap Wind Charger. That is pretty good. Flip Wind Charger. Draw and draw again from Cliff and himself. Plan 1. Okay, so he only drew 1 card off that. So yeah, the winner of this faces off against Fort Max, or Naga's Fort Max. Loser of this is eliminated. And the winner of this match, or Naga, will be facing off against Ozzy and his Metroplex deck. Legendary's thinking hard about this. I think we might have a call here soon. Doing a weird thing here. Rolling out. Interesting. I mean, that gives Wind Charger a bit of additional attack, so it's not the weirdest play in the world. Yeah, it gives Wind Charger a bit of extra attack, plus it resets both Dead End and Wind Charger for a flip next turn. Going in for 6 Pierce 1, blocking 2, takes 4. And then Vangelus will get a third conditioning counter here in a moment after his draw for turn. Start of the turn, he draws for turn, he should, and then activates Beacon. Draw for turn. And while he's thinking about his cards, I do want to talk about the diversity of decks that is running around in the OI. I will pull up the pie chart that Bill threw in the tournament chat the other day. We only have 2 decks that are pretty much like archetypal mirrors or copies. Let's see. So a toolbox gets dropped on the Mega Ratchet, heals for 2, does 1 to Drag Strip. Yep, 1 to Drag Strip, heals 2 from Mega Ratchet. And then the upgrade, while we're talking about that, so only 2 decks were represented multiple times, and that is Fort Max, who Techno and Naga are or were playing, and then 2 Devastator decks, of which myself and Styliag are playing. Meanwhile, there were 14 other decks floating around, 12 if you count the 3 Cars decks that are floating around as one kind of blob. Excuse me, I was going to say there should have been an action earlier. 1 going into 2, that is a block. Also, I said earlier waiting for an upgrade, I meant waiting for an action. That was my bad, I was trying to do 2 things at once. Now, while we're waiting for Legendary to make his plays after his draw for turn, the 3 Cars decks that were floating around are the orange 4 wide cards that Legendary is running, the Obfuscating Cars build that Tank was running, and then the blue Cars build that Sandman was running. And then the rest of the decks, we have the Opportunes of deck that Vangelus is running, White Pit Mirage, which Zero ran, or excuse me, White Icon, Burgos Bold, which Champion was running, Gilthor Control, which Dave was running, Galaxy Prime, which I have to face against in the Winners Finals, as Brett is playing that. Mr. X was running Blue Tanks, Ozzy is running Metroplex, Wheeljank is running Bugs, and Superion was run by Frank. So 12 different decks floating around there if you count the 3 Cars decks as like kind of being one type. So I did not see an upgrade there. Start Your Engines comes down. Wind Charger was flipped to draw 2 cards, and then the Start Your Engines came down to untap Drag Strip. Rage comes down onto Drag Strip. Drag Strip into Fireflight. And then does the rage damage. Pinking Mega Ratchet. But back to my point about the deck diversity. Even if you count all 3 Cars decks as, like, you know, the same thing, that is still, 12 different, wait a minute, hold up. So 16, 15, 14, 13, yeah, 12 different deck types that have floated around. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or excuse me. No, it is 12. 12 different deck types that have floated around at this event. That is just an insane amount of diversity. And plus, also Fireflight is dead. Dragstrip punted him into oblivion. But talking about the icon build split, it is actually there are 8 orange decks, 5 blue decks, 3 mixed decks. And those 3 mixed decks are probably what you think they are. But still, that is a lot closer of an orange-blue split than I thought. I thought it was going to be essentially a, 13-1 split, potentially. But no, it's not. It's 8-5. That is insane. And, of course, one of the blue decks is in the Winners Finals, and that's Brett's, Galaxy Prime deck. Okay, so Vangelus just said he likes being funny. Fusion Bore, Opportune, Offensive. That seems excessive. Drag Strip is dead with Pierce 6. That was... The attack without that would have been 7. It would have been alive on 1. So one of those cards being played was the correct play. Both of them, I heavily question. So Drag Strip is dead. Exhaust moves the damage over to Cliff, and now we move over to Legendary, who has a wheel turn right now. Draw for turn. We're going to see Dead End or Wind Charger flip up here. Likely Dead End, because Wind Charger has more attack in this mode. Yep, there's Dead End. Draw 2. Belligerence. Ouch! So Belligerence comes down. Fusion Bore onto Cliff Jumper. And Bill just made a joke about banning Fusion Bore, which that is going to happen after this event. It's going to be replaced by Mecha Star, which is a 1C open card that gives +2 Pierce 2 on a black icon weapon, comparable to essentially an upgrade form of Calculated Strike. Cliff Jumper swings in for 10 into 4, takes 6 on Exhaust. Wind Charger next, into Exhaust, going into 4. 7. 7 into 4 takes 3. And Legendary is actually fearful that Exhaust may not die here. Dropping a Improvised Shield for a Bashing Shield on Legendary side. Exhaust is currently alive on 3. Can Dead End do it? He needs to get, not that. 4 into 4. Blocked. Wait, what? How did he take a damage there? Hold on. How did Exhaust take a damage there? I'm confused. What? I'm very confused. He has 4 defense. But the attack was... Where's the 5th point attack coming from? Oh, right, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Okay, so I completely forgot that Belligerence was active. And the attack was actually for 5, not 4. 5 into 4 takes 1. Okay, I honestly forgot that Belligerence was active. Whoops. So what is Vangelus gonna do? Flipping up Mega Ratchet. Fearless on Exhaust. Heals 1. And +2 attacks, so going in for 8 here. I think he has to go for Cliff Jumper here. He's got a one-shot threshold of 13 to clear. Going in for 8 currently. Currently has 10. So he needs to flip 3 oranges here and hope Legendary doesn't flip any blues. Going into Cliff Jumper, yep. Has to flip 3 oranges and Legendary cannot flip a single blue. Off by 1. White icon. Legendary didn't flip a blue. Alive on 1. Does not pick up the Bashing Shield. How does alive on 1 keep happening? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Ay. Good lord. That is likely Exhaust's demise here, especially if Legendary has any sort of direct damage in hand. And plus he's gonna get to draw 2 off of Wind Charger here. Flip Wind Charger, draw 1, and then there's a reshuffle. Okay, so he drew 2 after the reshuffle. He drew the second one after the reshuffle, I should say. He's going for plan 1. And now there are jokes flying about this being a Devastator deck. So, Legendary is trying to figure out the math here. Has to swing for at least 7. Bashing Shield comes down on a Wind Charger. What is the action going to be? Head-on collision with Cliff. Interesting. Cliff taking his final bow. Going in for 10. 11, excuse me. And then Exhaust is dead after an attack of 11. Exhaust is KO'd. And is Vangelus going to pick up that Enforcement Batons? Draw for turn on Vangelus' side. Flipping Mega Ratchet and Cliff Jumper is gone. Off of Toolbox Repair 2. This could still go in Vangelus' favor, but he's going to need a lot to go his way here. Secret action coming down. I think that's the first one we've seen all set. Mega Ratchet going in here into... And both guys have the same amount of health left, but Deadend has only 1 defense while Wind Charger has 3. Going into Wind Charger instead of nuking Deadend? 5 into... Well, he wasn't killing either of them. Takes 2. And we go over to Legendary's turn. Let's see if he can dump Mega Ratchet off the board this turn. Flip Wind Charger. So there's +1. Oh, I just actually noticed an error on this. This is not the round of 4. This is the round of 8. I am sorry. I completely forgot about that. Or I just herpaderped when typing that. I was in a bit of a rush to get this thing set up. Checking for secrets in Vangelus' scrap. It's either a whipped into shape or a lose the battle likely. More likely than not a lose the battle. It's probably just a bluff. If I had to take a wild guess. Legendary suspecting an end hostilities. Not a bad guess. Question is, does Vangelus have that in his sideboard? Because I'm pretty sure that it would be in his sideboard. Anglemois Wind Charger. Fusion Bore on Deadend. I think Mega Ratchet might be dead here. Wait, maybe not on Deadend? Going on Deadend. 9 cards in hand. Oh my god, he has 9 cards in hand. Wind Charger into Mega Ratchet. It is a lose the battle. It was just a bluff. And Vangelus will grab a Fusion Bore. Swing is for 11. 11 into 3, take 8. And let's see if Deadend could... Okay, so Deadend needed Pierce 1 here to get the kill. 7 into 3, take 4. 13 on the nose. And with that, Legendary has gone and advanced to the first round of 4 on the loser's bracket to face off against Naga. And unfortunately, Vangelus, with one of the most unique decks we've seen this event, bows out. That was Cars at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Good lord, Orange Aggro is still taking names, admittedly, because I mentioned earlier 5 blue decks were running around at the start of the OI. 1, 2, 3, all 4 of those 5 have been eliminated, and all of them lost in the opening round. Because the 4 people who got eliminated that were running blue decks were Frank, Dave, Mr. X, and Sandman. And so all of them lost in the opening round, and all of them were eliminated by the second round of 8 on the loser's bracket. So only 1 blue deck remains, and that is Brett's, which is in winner's finals against me and my Devastator deck. But again, relevant to this match, Legendary absolutely runs over Vangelus 2-0 using an orange cards build versus Vangelus's Opportune Shenanigans deck. But I am still a fan of this deck that Vangelus has. I've been playing it casually a lot. Whole lot of fun. I think used it in, it was the video where it was, that deck versus, some Thrush Shenanigans that Naga was up to, over on the main channel, so be sure to go check that out. That was a fun deck, so be sure to go check that out and play it for yourself. And again, I will just say this one more time. Vangelus has lost 2-0 to Legendary on the loser's bracket, the second round of 8. With that being said, that will do it for this broadcast. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw here today. If you did, there's a little red button you can push down below to show that, as well as a link to the main channel per the usual. And next on the docket for OI matches is, let's see, Ciliag versus Wheeljank, which is the second round of 4 on the loser's bracket. However, that match will not be streamed as it is too early in the morning for me to be able to stream it, but I will hopefully be able to let you know the outcome of it as soon as possible. Again, once more, Vangelus has fallen out of the not the Energon Invitational, the Omega Invitational, that's what this is, 2-0 with his Opportunes deck versus Legendary's Orange Cards. Legendary advances to the first round of 4 on the loser's bracket to face off against Naga and his Fort Max deck. When will that be? We'll find out at some point here. But until then, that will do it for this broadcast. Peace out, y'all.